Welcome back to my channel, The Herb Lady. I hope this video finds you guys well as can be with these fluctuating times that are taking place for us. For this month, I'm going to be changing up the spread a little bit, as mentioned in my title, Virgo Planetary Spread for October. The planetary spread basically is a spread that talks about the planets, the sun through Saturn, and how it affects our lives for the month of October in various areas of Virgo's life. This spread I'm running a special on my Squarespace page. You guys can book a reading with me on with this particular spread for $55 until the month of November 15th to be exact. I know, this video is a little bit late. I just wanted to thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your patience and for your support, you guys. And for any part of the reading that you guys do like, please let me know. Leave a comment in the comment box below. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, share my channel. All the support is appreciated. Any support you guys can give. Okay? So with that being said, we're just going to kind of hop right into the reading here. Usually, like, sometimes I'll have a pre-shuffle message, sometimes I don't, and for you guys I just didn't get one today. But we're gonna go ahead and move right along into the reading. Okay, so we're gonna start off with that was quick, just from a message, from my Universe Has Your Back deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. And you guys, this card already popped out, I believe. Two cards popped out. Let's see. Okay. So the first card says, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. This is one of those messages that speak to the energy of surrender, a lot like how Cancer got. And then also the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. That is true. So you guys, for some of you guys, that pray to God or pray to your ancestors, whomever you believe in and that you pray to. Remember in our prayers, when we constantly talk about a specific thing, I need help, or please help me, or please bless me, or, when you constantly put yourself in a state of needing and constantly you're in a place where you're asking and you're saying, I need, you're reaffirming to the universe, you're reaffirming to energies much higher than us who have moved out of kind of our 3D understanding of language. They've moved into a whole different set of understanding, but they understand energy. If you're constantly conveying energy to them in terms of I need, you continuously create a cycle where you are in need. And when, that's where we kind of shift our paradigm, we shift our mindset, and, we go into prayer as a sacred time to really commune with God, commune with our spirit guides, commune with our ancestors, and allow them to speak to us and we speak back to them, and really just enjoy their time, their presence, and their company. And when we do that, we see much more joy flourish in our world. We see joy take place on so many different levels for us, instead of being in a constant state of need, because really, what it is that you think you need, the universe, God, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they know what you actually truly need. They know better. But if you're constantly putting out there, I need this, I know that this is what I need for self, you don't give them a chance to show you and to bless you with that which you didn't even know you needed. Okay, so I hope that message made sense for you guys. It's really interesting because I was, listening to a video about the concept of prayer when we pray, and how it is, that energy really is received. If you're constantly saying, I need help, I need this, I need that, all you're telling the universe, all you're telling God, your ancestors, whomever you believe in, is that you need, and then they give you the energy of need. So, come at them with the different timeline. Come at them and approach them like the energies that they are, the spirits that they are, the people that they were, and just talk to them and build relationships with them. And, you know, let them know that you love them and you appreciate them. And watch how things change in your physical existence, at least. So we're going to go ahead and get into the reading here. Like I said, this is a planetary reading. I'm going to pull 7 cards, you guys. And these 7 cards are going to represent the sun all the way to Saturn, the first 7 personal planets. And we're going to look at how these planets is affecting different areas of Virgo's life for the month of October. Okay? All right. So I need 7 cards for Virgo. 7 cards for Virgo. All right. So we're going to start with the sun. Right now the sun is transiting through Libra, and for us personally, the sun speaks about who we really are, who we are underneath all of it, whereas the ascendant is how the world perceives us to be. The sun is who we actually are. The sun speaks to our identity, and it also speaks to our own individual goals. So for this first card, we see how the sun moving through Libra affects us in terms of our identity and our individual goals for the month of October. All right, so it looks like you guys are going to have some fluctuating changes in your individual goals and individual needs here. Once again, going back to that card, you know, just trusting the direction that the universe is taking, because as we know with the Wheel of Fortune, it speaks to motion. Direction is changing, and it may be a direction that's seemingly uncomfortable for you guys, but it's just saying to trust it, because right now you got to go through that direction. You got to experience that direction, that change of direction within yourselves, within your personal power, within your personal goals. So it's going to take this change, probably a drastic 180, which is usually what the Wheel of Fortune in reverse speaks to. It's a drastic 180 that you weren't expecting, and it's probably already happening, given the fact that, you know, we're a little bit late into Libra season on this reading here. But you guys have to definitely trust the direction that it's taking you in, and trust why it is. Trust, even though you don't know why, just trust the result that's going to come through the end. And also, like I said earlier, in terms of that energy of prayer, put yourselves in a position where you are receiving abundance, and you are literally receiving everything that you need, not putting yourself in a state where you're in more need or in need of more. Okay? So really, that's what the sun's messages for Libra, and how the sun in Libra is affecting Virgo for the month of October. So we're going to move on to the moon. The moon speaks to our emotions, our emotional state, and like things that take place in our private home. So, you know, we're going to look at how the moon transiting, because the moon doesn't transit like the sun. The moon moves through all 12 signs in 28 days or less. So we're going to look at how the moon in general is affecting Virgo for the month of October. So the moon is definitely putting you guys in a place where you're feeling like you have to be at rest mentally. I believe Cancer got this same card, but for Cancer it was reverse, where they were feeling like they have to be constantly in motion. Where for Virgo, you guys are definitely like in a place where the moon has put you guys in a place mentally where you're in a meditative state. A lot of you guys are emotionally going to be experiencing meditation. Your mind is going to be experiencing a period of rest, and with your mind experiencing rest, by default is going to put your emotions at rest for the month of October. So, and especially right now with us coming into like the new moon energy, it's definitely the time to be reflecting and going within. So we're going to move on next to the next card, which represents Mercury. Mercury represents intellect. It represents our jobs, our career. It represents education, travel, technology. Mercury runs all of that. Mercury is also ruled by Virgo and Gemini. So Mercury really is you guys' ruling planet. Right now, Mercury is in Scorpio. It's in a very deep, very watery, very emotional sign. And Mercury is also about to go into a retrograde come the 15th, I believe. So we're going to see how all of that is affecting Virgo for the month of October. Okay, so you guys are definitely going to... a decision has been made, and you guys are going to be in a place where you're kind of like, even though your emotions are being put to rest behind the decision being made, but because that decision has been made, it's like put you guys in a place of motion, unexpected motion that you didn't expect. And with Mercury being in the retrograde, it's forcing you to really reflect on that decision. You guys are doing some really heavy reflection on the decision that you guys made in regards to your personal goals and how you're communicating your goals and how you're going about those goals in an intellectual way. So in your mind, you have made a decision on how you're going to pursue something, but with this retrograde taking place, you guys are going to literally be forced to be in a place where you have to slow down. You have to literally slow down and reassess the decision that has been made and reassess how you're going to go about it. So mentally, you're being called to like pause, reassess, not to move any further until you've reassessed completely. So and that's okay. Just trust that process. You may have been feeling 100% absolutely for sure about this decision that you made, and with the universe slowing you guys down, that could definitely be for your benefit, and you just have to trust that right now. Okay, Virgo? So with that being said, we're going to move over into Venus here. Venus is the card that rules love, relationships of all forms. We're talking, maternal relationships, romantic relationships, situationships, friendships, anything with the ship on it. Venus rules it. Venus is the captain of that ship. Okay. So, Venus is the great benefic, which means that she bestows a lot of good energy in one's life. Venus is ruled by Libra as well as Taurus, so it can speak to your luxuries and the things that make you feel luxurious and just like overall comfortable. So with this, Venus is in Virgo right now, which means that it's in your sign right now, and Venus really is kind of being open to like communication and intellect, and how intellect and communication is affecting things within our love life or within our relationship life, period. So we're going to see how Venus and Virgo is affecting Virgo for the month of October. All right, yeah, so you guys are getting like a huge level of clarity. Once again, I feel like it definitely ties in with Mercury being in Scorpio with you guys. You guys are going to have to pause and reflect in order to glean this clarity, because this is definitely a mental process for you guys this month. You guys are really feeling that mental energy for the month of October, and that's okay. For some of us, we process on a deeper emotional level. For some of us, that means processing in a mental way where, it's like we're really regulating our thoughts in order to regulate our emotions. And you guys are about to get a huge burst of clarity, something that you have either been unsure of or something that you were totally sure of is about to be completely redefined through the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is about to come in and really be like, okay, no, you thought it was one way, it actually really is a different way, a whole nother way. Or you guys, in terms of a relationship, you thought that this relationship was the way it was supposed to be, and here comes Venus and Virgo giving you guys all these other context clues, giving you guys literal messages from God, from spirit, from whomever, to really clarify what this relationship means to you guys and how this relationship is affecting you on a mental level, which bleeds into emotional and physical and all the other said things, okay? So with that being said, we're going to move on to Mars. Mars is the next card placement here. Mars speaks to, you know, how it speaks to aggression, it speaks to conflict, it speaks to that energy of how we go out and get shit done. Like, it really is that active moving energy. And Mars right now is in Aries. So Mars is at home and it's home planet, but Mars is also in retrograde, just like Mercury. So with Mars, Mars is talking about simmering frustrations, things that, you know, we want to address. It's literally like when you put on a pot of rice and you go to put the lid on the rice, and if temperature is up too high, which Mars is right now because it's in Aries, all of that water just boils out and seeps out of the sides of the lid. You know, it really has a small space of escape in order to blow off steam, you know, because the retrograde is forcing us to slow down and really reflect. So with that being said, we're kind of looking at how Mars is affecting Virgo for the month of October, okay? So it looks like for Mars, as far as Mars in Aries retrograde right now with Virgo, it really is like putting you guys in a situation where you are definitely like praying for things to get better. Not only are you praying for things to become better, but you're also pursuing better for yourself. You're already in the space where, but you know, I feel like Mars is forcing you guys to recognize that which you already have, which is a beautiful dynamic in family. You know, whether that is your blood family, your chosen family, whomever, you guys have support. And Mars is like throwing shit in your direction to force you guys to realize that you have that. Mars really is forcing you guys to realize the comfortable familial situation that you have been blessed with, and to learn how to appreciate it, Virgo. So, you know, Mars really is like, and it's doing it in a very aggressive way where it's making shit happen around you that's making you go, damn. And then it's making you look at what you have in front of you, you know, and making you look at whether it's like it's almost similar but not quite likened to a situation where you're observing somebody who is homeless or who just lost their home. They ain't got no home to go home to, but you got a home to go home to. You got a comfortable bed to sleep in. It may not be the best. It may not be exactly what you want it to be as far as luxury, but it's a home and it's a bed. So Mars really is like causing really aggressive situations to happen around you. I don't think necessarily to you, but around you, to make you reflect and be grateful on that which you do have, which in terms shifts your paradigm. It shifts your train of thought when you're praying in order to bring in that which you desire, that which ultimately serves your highest good and your higher self. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet that rules expansion. Jupiter is gains. Jupiter is benefits. Jupiter is thoughts on the big scale. So we're talking like big thoughts. We're talking big points of big point of views. So Jupiter right now is in Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet of restriction and boundaries. Jupiter does not like being in Jupiter does not like being in Capricorn, because Capricorn, it's like Jupiter's trying to do this and expand, and here comes Capricorn pushing all of that expansive energy down. It's weighing it down. So it does not like it. It's not functioning like it normally would, because it's in a sign that's, you know, forcing it to function more responsibly. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to see how Jupiter in Capricorn is affecting Virgo for the month of October. Okay, yeah, so you guys are experiencing a slowdown in terms of monetary gains coming towards you guys. Just like on a monetary level, Jupiter is expanding that energy of things moving slower or coming to a stop, because, you know, really these monetary gains the way in which you went and getting the way in which you went and moving forward and getting that which you needed, you know, ultimately is determined as not the right way for you, which is why Venus is about to come in with the clarity, because Jupiter has already, with Capricorn, Jupiter, and with karma coming back around, Jupiter is already put you guys in a position where funds that normal source of funds has slowed down for you guys. So it's like normally where you get them funds from it's slowed. You guys are experiencing a decline, or just a full-blown stop. And, you know, that's on part of Jupiter, because Jupiter is trying to get you guys to embrace the energy of Venus with that clarity there, so that clarity can lead you guys to make a decision, a more clear-headed decision, to where you can get your gains from another area that's going to cause you less misfortune. Okay, so some of you guys could be getting your gains by unjust means, by scamming or scheming or doing some shit you know you're not supposed to be doing. And here comes Jupiter cutting that shit off. So Jupiter is expanding the consequences of you getting what you need by unscrupulous means. Okay, so with Saturn, we're going to take a look at Saturn. Saturn is in Capricorn right now. It's at home. So Saturn really is like the planet of restrictions. He's the great malefic. He's the one who brings the punishment, the karma. But Saturn is that planet where, even though he's raining down punishment and karma, he's here to give you a butt whooping. If you take that discipline and you apply it where needed, you know, Saturn really will, you know, reward you in the end. So this really is where the reading ties itself up, and it's letting you know, like, you're being restricted. And even I feel like between Jupiter and Saturn, because they're carrying Capricorn energy, such heavy karmic energy, this really is the part of the reading where you guys want to pay attention, because this is where we're talking about karma. This is where we're talking about lessons, and this is where we're talking about how you can maximize your benefit and maximize, you know, those rewards that you feel should be coming your way. Okay, so with that, Saturn is restricting it's restricting how you see yourself on an emotional level, really, because I feel like Saturn, especially with Capricorn being a trine to Virgo, Saturn is putting you guys in a position where he's like demanding that you guys see yourselves from a practical and realistic viewpoint. So where you probably could have been getting your funds, been in this relationship with this earth sign, that shit completely deaded itself, and Jupiter made sure of that. And Saturn is over here restricting delusional fantasies, delusional grandeur, delusional thoughts of grandeur. Saturn is definitely restricting that energy. Saturn is saying, no, right now is not the time to be looking at yourself through rose-colored lenses. You know, Saturn really is saying, I really need for you to be on your toes right now, because, you know, things are about to take you in a direction where you're not going to be quite comfortable. And as we know with any earth sign, no earth sign likes to be uncomfortable physically. So Saturn really is saying, like, you need to be in a place where you're really viewing yourself realistically, and realistically what you can do as far as your material gains, because Mars is already telling you you're going to be straight. You're already straight. You're just about to experience a little bit of discomfort, but you're straight regardless. And Saturn is saying throughout the process, you need to be realistic in how you're viewing yourself, so that you don't make a situation that's seemingly bad actually bad. Okay? So that's your reading, Virgo, for the month of October. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, I'm so sorry that it's late. I appreciate you guys' patience. Appreciate you guys' support. So please continue to hang in there with me. If you like this reading, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part of the reading was. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on the Herb Lady follow me at the Herb Lady on Instagram. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Love you guys.